Hi, this is John Hegarty of BBH.
Hi, this is David Droga of Droga 5.
I think I'm boringly renowned for saying I think this is probably the most exciting time to be in our industry, but I am confused by the fact that I'm not seeing more and more great work. I mean, with all this technology, we should be getting better, but we seem to be getting worse. And that's not my view, that's the view of the audience we talk to. So that's my big concern.
I mean, to John's point, I think it's an incredibly exciting time. It's amazing. I also think it's its most fragile time because I feel like with so many opportunities and canvases to play with, people are sometimes a little bit too seduced by those as opposed to the core thing that makes us great. But I feel like we're hiring as an industry more interesting people. I feel like we're getting dimension to it. I feel like clients are embracing creativity more. But at the same time, I feel like, to John's point, you know what I mean? There should be more with what we have because we have more toys to play with and more people behind us. So there seems to be a little bit too much repetition.
Well, we're talking about global campaigns. I've just got up and said I think we have to really seriously question the whole global concept because it doesn't seem to be working. It's certainly cost effective in the sense of it's cheaper to make, but it's actually not producing the results that I think great advertising can. And I think we have to question the value of creating work that doesn't touch people. If you believe a brand is about becoming part of the cultural landscape, then increasingly we're seeing advertising failing to do that around the world. So something has to change, and I think global thinking is fine. Global execution seems to be missing the point.
Yeah, look, we're at $800 billion industry. Whoever's watching this, think of 5 great global campaigns. If you can rattle them off easily, then that answers the question. If you can't, then that answers the question. You know what I mean? To John's point, I feel like global strategies, there has to be consistent. If you're a global brand, you want to have one point of view, you want to have one voice. But when it's global TV ads, or that's just rolled out, that's done for efficiencies. That's not done for effectiveness.
Everybody talking about data, aren't they? Big data, as we say, and because they people want this to be a science. They desperately want it to be a science. So along comes this thing called big data, and that's going to be the solution to all your problems. No, it's not. With all the data in the world, what are you going to do? You're going to simply go, right, we know all this stuff, now what? And everybody's going to have the same data. And then everybody's going to, therefore, possibly draw the same conclusion. You've got to leap with imagination. That's where creativity comes in. That's why I say we talk about turning the intelligence data into magic.
Of course, it's just rebranded. It's been around for a long time. Obviously, there's a lot of people pushing it because that's the drum they want to bang. But we can all be bettered by knowing more information. But to John's point, if everyone knows the same thing, you usually come to the same conclusion. I mean, we're in the business of joining dots out of sequence to make original things.
People often say to me that music is the greatest of all art forms, and I say no, it's the second greatest of all art forms. Life is the greatest of all art forms. Therefore, creativity is an expression of self.
I think creativity is all about potential. Potential is my favourite word because it's something that hasn't been squashed yet. It's something that you never know where things can take you, and I feel like creativity takes us to the most amazing places. So potential, it's an incredibly seductive thing that we all need to have in all aspects of life.